Prime time with Jess. I know nobody's in here. I didn't schedule this live. I never do. But again, one of my downfalls. But either way, I have been busy behind the scenes, helping in whatever way I can with Dylan's case as usual. So I haven't been live. Um, we do have some things to talk about, but I do not have all the time in the world. I have places to go and things to do today. So I'm going to get right to the point of all of this. I watched Candace and Justin's interview on East Idaho News. I am not going to replay it. I am sure that you guys have all seen it. And if you have not, please go over to East Idaho News and watch that interview. And then I just got done maybe an hour ago watching Candace's interview with Dudu Ron. Here is my thoughts on that. She is on point. Okay. And you can have whatever opinion you would like. But what I know behind the scenes, what she did by calling out Box Elder County was exactly what needed to be done. From the beginning of this case, I have been concerned with the police department. Hi, how are you? Um, with all, actually, but especially Box Elder County. I will tell you, me, myself, I have had people call me and reach out to me because they could not, they attempted to give information to Box Elder County and were turned away. So when I seen Candace and Justin go on East Idaho News and blatantly call this police department out, just know that I was sitting here doing this because dropping the ball is an understatement. Okay. Um, why the FBI is only assisting, I wish I had the answer for. I did make a call to the lead detective in Box Elder County about this, about why the FBI is not leading, and they are. I did record that call. He said that it was an active investigation and that he couldn't tell me the reason for that. So I I will say this one thing. Please don't ask me any questions. I'm not going to answer them. Um, there was a bit of a potential development a couple of days ago. Um, it could be nothing, and it could be everything. We don't know. If it is something, I'm sure we'll definitely be hearing about it. Um, I felt Candace's frustration. I, it is shining through, and with good reason. We can pick apart the body language between her and Justin and all of that crap. But that's just not the focus here. The focus is to find Dylan. And if they are going to stand together as a united front, so be it. They need to be, they should be, and they are. And them calling out this police department was everything. Um, when she said on Duty Ron that, a lot of calls started coming into Box Elder, I don't know who else called them, but I was one of them. And I will say that I called, I got his voicemail, I left a voicemail, and he returned my call. Um, I'm debating on whether or not I should play that. It's not. He doesn't, say anything incriminating to the case, but you know, let me let me look at something really quick. Hang on. Let me see here. Hang on. Let's see if you guys can hear this because I think this part isn't really that bad, but I'm definitely easier to hear in this than he is. But let me see. I don't know how that works with them just assisting.
They're just an assisting agency, so the information that comes in from them is just given to us from them.
Oh, okay. I see. Huh. Well, that's
Yep.
interesting. Well, I wish you well. I mean, we're all. Yeah. So, he confirmed it that, yeah, they're just. Why the FBI is being used as just this liaison to, just pass information on to Box County, insanity. It's just no. Um, the FBI or the state should absolutely be leading on this case, in my opinion. So, hi, Grandma. Hi, Love Hurts. How many people called so far? Do you have any idea? I have no idea. Love Hurts. I didn't even know anyone else did until I watched. So, uh, yeah, I have no idea. But clearly, it was enough that they had a meeting on um, that news. Um, I still they have the resources or I don't want to disparage that, but the level of expertise, I guess, to handle this case, because, well, there's a lot to it. You know, I heard Ron say he does not believe that James Renner did this alone. I share his opinion. I have always shared his opinion. Um, with that, I don't really. Am I better now? No. That should be better, hopefully. Grandma, follow your arrow. Or good morning, follow your arrow. Yeah, that should be better. But yeah, what I was trying to say is that the parents are doing the right thing with calling this out, 100%. So if you feel differently or whatever, here's how you should look at cases, right? Because yeah, I try really not to watch a lot of people about this case because again, I do enough behind the scenes. I don't like the muddledness of all this kind of crazy stuff that's brought forward. So better audio, great. Yeah, I refreshed it, so it should work. But yes, major concerns with Box Elder in particular. And when she mentioned Blair Bortle is the prosecutor. I've watched him several times on WebEx. Very very organized guy, very straightforward guy. Um, if Candace sent him a letter a week ago, he is the type of guy that got it and read it. So he was like correcting the judge, like in a lot of a lot of these court hearings and stuff. So ultimately, the reason that I am so glad that they called them out is because everybody in the world can come up with every conspiracy theory and this and that and blah 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 blah. But what ultimately matters is what law enforcement is going to do. They're the ones that have the ability to investigate this, to prosecute, or put forth to a court to prosecute and all of that. So if we have bad police work or a police department that is not able or not willing to do what they should do, the whole case is just screwed. So it's very, very important. Obviously, I don't think I need to tell you guys that, but I, there were a couple of things that I clicked. Oh, here's what I was going to say. You always got to think of cases like you would do if you were like a scientist, and you had a theory, because scientists are always taught to try to debunk their own theory first. So if you think that Dylan was kidnapped and he's in Mexico, what you should be doing is trying to prove yourself wrong. If you are unable to do that, then you go ahead and put forth your theory. But I have my ideas of what I think happened. I'm just not law enforcement. So I have my ideas. I have my opinions. The way I'm helping in this case is in a different way. It's not spreading disinformation. It's not um, fighting with other YouTubers or making up illogical things or any of that. So I try to do my part. I've been doing my part, and I just hope that something comes of it for Dylan, and his loved ones. And I will continue to say that. Thank you, Grandma. I think there were a couple important things that Candace said. She did finally confirm that the key fob was found, but I mean, I knew that back in June. Um, the phone was allegedly also found too. I've known that for a long time, but it hasn't been confirmed. And maybe there's a reason that hasn't been confirmed. So I probably shouldn't say that, but yeah, so Quentin Lewis. Hi, Quentin. My daughter was kidnapped long ago. I got as many people as possible to help, and hundreds, even thousands, helped search. Plenty brought me tips to check. To chase people away isn't a good thing. Yeah, listen, like she said, and I fully understand why she said it. They are trying to preserve any little thing that they possibly can. And the reason they're doing that is because law enforcement dropped the ball in this case from day one. Okay. And it took 17 days before the FBI even got involved. So if there is anything out there, should people be out there? No, no. And I get it. People are like, get out there, boots on the ground. That's normally what we scream for. But we're looking at something different with this case. We are looking at bad police work right from the beginning. We are looking at if there is anything potentially left to not be disturbed. So I understand your outlook, and it's typical. That is what people normally do, but this is a little different because of the way it was handled with law enforcement in the beginning, if that makes sense to you. So I don't, I know that it's weird to hear a family say, please don't go to these places, stay away from here. And no, we don't want people out searching and doing that. I will tell you, like, even, I know of Ty and Lance. I don't know them. I've never spoke to them. But, apparently they're out there searching. There are other people. There are other people that want nothing to do with YouTube that are attempting to help. Okay. So, I fully understand what she was saying. And I do not disagree. I do not disagree because of the police work. And again, I hope that makes sense to you. If it doesn't, I'm sorry. Sorry. Just give me a second. Ugh. Okay. All right. Anyway, what else did I want to talk about? Yeah, my own call with the detective that is leading Dylan's case. Um, he was pleasant. I will say that. He sounded sleepy. uh, not trying to besmirch again, but sounded a little sleepy to me. Maybe he's just tired. Maybe he's doing a lot of work, but I do think this is one instance where the power of social media helps, because there will be a sit down with the family and box elder, and that is a good thing. Quentin, yes, after 10 days, we found her and caught the guy. Quentin, again, I'd say not on area where crime might have taken place. Yes, and that is what she was talking about. Um, let me let me just highlight your comment. Hang on a second. I'd say not on area where crime might have taken place, but all other areas they must look into as much as possible and question every local. Agreed. I absolutely agreed. It's just sort of disheartening, extremely disheartening to hear there have been no sit down interviews. Like, what are you talking about? That's just it's insane. It's bad. It is not good. So quite frankly, if it was my child, I would be doing the exact same thing and saying, please step down. Please let another agency come in and take my son's case over. Um, Again, I've had people literally call me. I am a YouTuber. I'm not law enforcement. I'm not anything. Can I reach them? Yeah. But people have called me because they've tried to get a hold of Box Elder, and they just I have been told from the beginning of this case, local after local after local, that they just don't care. That they just don't give a crap. They don't respond to calls. People call them, they don't come. I said this much earlier in live streams, 3 months ago, about this. And this is, I had concerns from the beginning when I called Box Elder about Robert Avilis. Um, I, it's like I knew then when I talked to them, and I actually talked to them on a live stream, that we were dealing with a very uh, incompetent police department. I'm sorry, but I don't know how else to put that. Quentin, an essay kidnapped her with a fake FBI profile. Wow, Quentin, I am very sorry to hear that. But I agree with Mama Shmita, that I'm thankful that she's found as well. Thankful for you guys. I hope you know definitely got her some help, because that's extremely traumatizing. I- there are a lot of people that believe Dylan is alive, and I get asked this question, what I think about that. And what I think about that is that I'm not going to take anybody's hope away. I'm just not. If you would like to have hope, that's your right to have it. Um, my opinion on whether or not Dylan is alive or not, I will just point to the statistics. The statistics are very, very low that is the case. It's not impossible, um, but they're just very low. So at Jeff's Facebook profile, what's going on? Love hurts here. What did I miss? Dylan, yeah, he absolutely should be alive and safe. I fully agree with you. What I don't know what we were talking about. Grandma. Hi, Grandma again. Yesterday I was in a chat regarding Dylan and I mentioned this channel and you as a source of info, Jess. You've done a fantastic job, really. Thank you, Grandma. Um, thanks. I definitely don't release uh well, I don't even know. Probably a quarter of what I know and things like that. But because not everything is for YouTube. Okay. It's really not. And if people completely lose sight of the fact that this is a missing person. It's all this nonsense and drama. And then you have Dylan sprinkled in there with all the nonsense and drama. Like, no, that's not what this is all about. This is a missing person. You have a family that you can pick them apart all day. And I have my own thoughts on that and things, but it's just not about that. Okay. Yes. Yes, Tamara. What I do release is facts, and people can take them or leave them. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. I know that what I've done thus far is right, and I will continue to do that. So, Quentin again. There's two things I picked up. Number one, it rained Thursday and Friday. Dylan had to park grain truck Thursday night and went to pick it up Friday afternoon. So he would have left his pickup at the grain shed. Listen, that goes back and forth. Okay. And here's where people always make a mistake. They always look for how. How did this happen? This had to be this had to be that. No, 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 no. You look for the why. You have to understand why. Why would someone make Dylan disappear? And who? The who and the why come first, always, before you find the how. You find the how second. So I love the people that have done drone footage and all of that because there's answers in there, but to ultimately find the answer, you have to find why. Why would someone hurt Dylan or make him disappear? And who that person would be. That's what it is. So I haven't focused so much on the how. I have focused way more on the why and the who. And I think this gets lost in the shuffle sometimes. That you have to remember there is one person thus far still, which is absolutely subject to change, but there has only been one person officially named a suspect, along with saying there's forensic data and physical evidence. Okay. So everything else is speculation, and I don't mind speculation at all. Again, I'll say it again. If you don't speculate, you don't think. But there's a difference between speculating and outright accusing people of things that you have no definitive proof of. This morning, after I had watched Duty Ron with Candace, I was thinking about the Nate Eaton interview her and Justin just did, where she says, I've asked, is Chase a suspect? Is he not? Is he not? So that just tells me obviously she doesn't know, and and I don't know. I don't know. But I just know that when I offered these text messages to the FBI agent, he wanted them. Um and I went back and I just reread them, and they're really crazy. I mean, they really are. And it's hard to know. Like, is this guy just the biggest liar ever? Or is he telling the truth? I don't know. I want to read them off again, just so you guys hear them again, because our heads already spin. So why don't we just make them spin more? I guess. Where the heck is that? I wasn't really planning on reading these, so I didn't have it pulled up. I have a lot of texts, sorry. Not that. Where the heck are these darn texts? I know I'm going over it. about that. Oh, what the heck? Oh, here they are. Okay. You know what? Hi, Tiggy. Hi, Heather. Tiggy, no, Jim has not been arrested because of Dylan. No, I didn't say he was. I said he's an official suspect. He was arrested on gun charges. Yes, I'm aware. They're on my community tab. Jim is a suspect in the missing persons case that is just a suspect. Well, you're not just an official suspect with the FBI. Okay, I would not put just in front of that word. So I'm just saying. Anyway, I'm gonna read off these texts again, and again, with Candace specifically talking about Chase again. Here's how I feel. I agree with Duty Ron. This was not a one-man job. I have a good idea where the main players sit, but I don't know how to fit Chase into this puzzle. Trying to find the why with Chase is work. That's all I can say. Let's see. Tiggy, oh, the way you said it sounded like he was arrested because of Dylan. No, I'm perfectly aware that he's in there on gun charges, but he was named in that paperwork as the official suspect in Dylan Rounds' case. There have been no charges laid against Brenner for Dylan's disappearance. So, yes, if that came out wrong, I apologize. But yeah, I want to read these texts just one more time. I have read these out before, but I don't see the harm in doing them again because the more stuff that comes out, you just really look at these texts like, and they are out of order. Okay, so you're going to have to bear with me on that. But I feel like it would be easier if I showed them, and they should be on my email. They are on my email. Yes, they are. Okay. Let me let me pull these up. I'll just show them to you guys instead of reading them out. I mean, we can read them out together, but okay, I'm just getting it to the beginning. All right. Hang on a sec. All right, I'm gonna share my screen and show you guys. Oh, what are you talking about? Am I not? I'm on Chrome. Freaking Chrome. That's I always have to be on Firefox to show my screen on Restream for some freaking reason, and sometimes I forget and I use Chrome to use Restream, and it never lets me share my screen, which is just insanely annoying. Let me see if I can do it like this. Haha! It looks like it's working. Okay. All right. So here's the first one, and please remember that that these are out of order, but you can see them for yourself. They've already been turned in, so let me just make sure you guys can see it. I have to look at my own thing, and it doesn't look like my screen is sharing. You guys can't see that, can you? Hi, Cheryl. It doesn't look like you can see my screen. I don't know why. Let me try to turn it off. Turn it back on. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, we got it. All right, so back to the first one. Can you guys, yeah, you can see my screen? Okay, good. It's not showing on my phone for some reason. Screen within screen? See, it's not even showing me that. Why is it being like that? Let me see what I can attempt to do about that. No, that looks really crazy. No, I don't want that. This would be the best one. No, I don't want that. That's really annoying. I don't. Why is it a screen within a screen? So weird. Ah, they're gonna be so small. Hmm. All right. I don't know. I mean, I'll try to blow them up, I guess, as much as I can. Is that super tiny? I can't see. All right, I'm just gonna read them off. If you can see them, you guys can. It looks like a million screens within a million screens. I'm not even sure that you guys can see my screen. I think you can. Can you answer someone if you guys can see this text message? I'm looking at my phone and I'm not seeing it at all. You feel drunk looking at the screen? Okay, so you can't see these freaking text messages. Why? Let me try to. You see that? Too small. Okay, why is it doing that? Why is it putting a screen within a screen? That's just so strange. Maximize. Okay, this is not the way this should look at all. You shouldn't see all the rest of the crap. Well, I'd rather you guys see them than not. Screw it. I'm gonna read them off. If you can't see it, I'm sorry. So these are out of order, but here we go. The first one, Tracy says to Chase Venstra, and again, Tracy is Chase's baby mama. We can put it like that. She's the mother of his youngest child. So she says, got my head spinning and I need answers, Chase. This is dated June 4th, literally the day he was arrested and hasn't been out of jail since. And this is what he said. He said, I already told you about it. Taylina is Kurt Wadsworth's daughter and as worthless as he is. Dylan's mom cleared me on live TV news. That is true about the clearing, but we'll get to that. Everything they say about me on that article is false. Dylan was seen Sunday with Kurt loading, unloading something from his truck. I think they're gay and lovers. So does half the town. I think he's hiding, trying to get me in. And then it stops there. Next screenshot. He does not specify who Dylan was seen with Kurt or anything. So wherever he heard that from, I I do not know. These are Chase Venstra's words, not mine. So he told Tracy, don't worry. I had nothing whatsoever to do with him disappearing. He spelled disappearing wrong and then corrected his grammar and spelled it correctly. And then she says, it's effing unbelievable, Chase. He said, no kidding. I think it's all a setup. So does half the town. She said, when did you do the black water thing, Chase? Whatever the black water thing is, I don't know. I've heard some weird stuff that it's possibly mercenary things, or I have no idea what the black water thing is. Okay. He says, Kurt was in Lucin a few days ago. End of screenshot. The next one. He's saying to her, Kurt was in Lucin a few days ago with his backhoe? Question mark, question mark, question mark, exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. Very animated in that thing. She said, Tracy says to Chase, why would Kurt be trying to frame you? He says, one of the last things I said to Dylan was stay away from Kurt. He's a pedo and bad news. Can you see now why I've been so stressed and asked you to please just not cause me trouble? Tracy said, you got a ride from him and they say you didn't. So she's questioning him on Dylan giving him a ride. Again, these are out of order and I apologize for that, but these are the way they were sent to me. So yeah, she said, you got a ride from him and they say you didn't. He said, yes. Everything about me is false. I wasn't barefoot. I wasn't high. Well, and let me stop it here because his father, who picked him up, said he was barefoot. I don't see a reason that Chase's father would lie, but he's telling Tracy, I wasn't barefoot. I wasn't high. I was acting erratic. Kurt has tried setting me up since I discovered he's a pedo, probably last year or so. That's what he said. Next screenshot. Yep. Tracy says to Chase, I don't want to believe you've hurt anyone, Chase, but I know I'm scared of you. He said, he's the whole reason I left. Oh my hell, Tracy, stop it. You are not and know it. I seen him on my birthday, which that part is true because May 25th was the Wednesday that Dylan saw. Okay. So he's telling her, I seen him on my birthday. Tracy then says, all I know is that Kurt was friendly to you when I left in March and then September he wasn't. So she did. She left in March and when she came back, she's saying like, well, how did that go down? Why are you guys not friends anymore? Next screenshot. Chase says, yeah. And Dylan's mom went on live news and cleared me. Tracy said, I keep asking myself if I think you're capable of this. And I will tell you that she told me that the first thing that she thought of when she heard about Dylan was that Chase did this. And I thought that was a really telling story or telling thing to think. And I don't know if it's because of his abuse with her, which was, again, extensive. She is telling him that she's asking herself if he's capable of this. So he says, hello, are you reading what I've said? And he puts 3 exclamation points behind that. So he's, irritated. And he said, I've been cleared. Was not even around Saturday. Saturday, obviously the day Dylan went missing. He said, is this getting through? Like, are you hearing me? She says, you say you know where he is. Did you tell the cops? Next screenshot. She cut off it's cut off the first top of this screenshot, like the not the screenshot, but the message. So I can't say exact. like see exactly what she was trying to say. Something by box elder, please. But then she says, but they clear people all the time and circle back to them. Where were your dogs? You're never without at least one. It's confusing and just leads me to more questions. Um, Tracy's dogs were out there as well. She's a huge animal lover, and I wasn't aware that she didn't know that the dogs were dead. And I said something about that, and she got really upset and emotional about it. So, here she's asking him, Where are your dogs? You're never without at least one." And she said, "It's confusing and just leads to more questions." So Chase answers her and says, "Are you not listening? I've been cleared." Showed pictures of me at Hooper's store. He typoed here. He said, "Tell Times that Sunday on question." And Dylan was seen Sunday with Kurt. He has said that in a couple of things, but again, he never clarifies who saw him or anything like that. And as far as I'm aware, he's the only person that has said that. So here is all of Chase. Chase is saying, "Can you understand why I've been so stressed and on edge lately? I ask you not to cause me more shit, and you do anyways, and it makes me have an even harder time. That's why I say you've never loved me or cared. If you did, you would never cause more shit for me. You'd try to understand. I think he's hiding at Kurt's property that's hidden out of town. I talked to a private investigator, that would be Jim Terry, for an hour yesterday, his sister, mom, and dad." Okay. So he's talking about he talked to Jim Terry, and then he talked to Dylan's mom and dad and sister. Next screenshots. Chase is saying he went left. Got it? I've explained all this, and it's aggravating to have to say it 3 more times before you get it. This is a perfect example of the communication problems we had. You do not listen and take in the info. I then tell me I didn't say anything. I'm not being mean, Tracy. I'm just stressed to the max. Next screenshot. She said, "I'm just making sure I understand." They talk about their child a little bit here. And then he says, "I've been cleared completely." She says, "It says that you have," and includes a profile to the mom that says you are. So she had to like look into that. And then, she comes back and says, "Well, yeah, it does say that you have." And the mom says that you are, because Candice in the beginning did come out and say Chase Fenstra is 100% cleared, which, we know that he's not. But so then Chase answers her and says, "How many times have I just said that to you?" So again, he shows a lot of frustration, like, you know. So then he says, I'll say it all one more time for you. I've provided pictures and witnesses to prove I was here." I think here is not not in Utah. "I was here that night to police and his mom." So he provided that to the cops and Candace. He has been seen since Saturday with Kurt. He keeps maintaining this. And again, I don't know why. So he says his mom went on live news and cleared me by name. Tracy said, "I was telling you that I had and that I understood." He said, "You are frustrating me big time. Can you see that?" And she answers and says, "Yes, I can." And then he said, "You just thought I'm being mean or something, but you've never cared to find out what is behind it all. When I had to take off Tom," which would, my guess, be Tom Hardy, "Tom got me all effed up." You guys can read between the lines of that. You know, meth, anyone? "Tom got me all effed up. My trailer came off up the road from Kurt's. I was on Well Line Road, half mile from Kurt's place when I woke up. Didn't know where I was. And there's a pile of stuff by my door. I had no clue where it came from. I'm not about to talk to police, so I just threw it in and went looking for my trailer. A few days later, this big dude comes at me with his gun. Wonder who that was. Don Hately, perhaps. He says, this a few days later, this big dude comes at me with his gun saying it stole his shit while Kurt is in his back seat videoing it all. I figured the stuff by my door I found was his and gave it all back. He stole my 357. The cops didn't press any charges and said it all seemed fishy. That's why I wanted to leave here so bad. You just talked shit saying the town ran me off, but that couldn't be further from the truth. It was a setup that didn't work, and that is the end of the screenshots. So, I don't know what your opinions are of that, what you think about that. Again, Chase could be the biggest liar in the world. And I will tell you that Tracy said that he does lie a lot. The FBI were interested in those texts. Candace bringing up, is Chase a suspect? Is he not? She hasn't gotten an answer from them. And I think she's correct that they do not know. They do not know. And again, if law enforcement is not going to step up to the plate and do what they need to do, then yes, another police entity needs to step up and do that. Grandma is saying he was lying 90% of the time, in my opinion. All right, Grandma. No, I don't even know why I'm highlighting this because it looks like a freaking kaleidoscope. So let me take that down. Sorry. Let me take that down and I'll come back on and put you guys back up here. So yeah, I don't know what you guys think of that, what you don't. It's just, with Candace questioning is, I've asked if Chase is a suspect. I haven't got an answer. I agree with her that they literally just don't know. And things always get hairy when you have multiple police agencies involved. Heather at Love Hurts, you should start a channel, show your face, and since all you have is facts about this case, report it to us. Thanks. Oh, is Love Hurts has facts, or I'm not sure. Is Love Hurt causing problems in the chat? Is there something going on that I'm unaware of? Yeah, what's going on here with Love Hurts? Love Hurts, is there an issue? I don't know. I actually wasn't looking at chat while I was reading those. Quentin, I don't think Chase found Dylan Saturday because he arrived Montello after 8 a.m. and then got to Grange Shed after 10 a.m. and to Dylan's around 10:30 a.m. Dylan wasn't at his motorhome. Dylan missing before 10 a.m. Well, the story is that, Chase saw him on the 25th, but then his father picked him up. And he's allegedly on security cams and things like that. So Dylan went missing on the 28th. Whether Chase came back into town or not, I don't know. It seems like to Tracy that he's telling her, this is why I want to get out of there, all this kind of stuff. So I don't know that he returned to town. No worries, Jess. We got your back. Oh, his Love Hurts was popping off, I guess. Freaking out in the chat. That's okay. People get high strung when it comes to cases. and then they start saying a bunch of stuff, but not what we're here for. Uh, if Love Hurts has some, I don't know what's going on again. Oh, what's going on, Heather? Yes, Jess, Love Hurts saying you're spreading misinformation and you're not. And I've never heard you do that. And it makes me mad when someone says that about you because you're real. Thanks, Heather. Yeah, listen, those were Texas Love Hurts, okay? In case you're confused in some sort of way, those were texts between Chase and Tracy. Okay. So it's not my opinion. It's not disinformation. These texts are real. And that's what's said. You can take away from it what you will. Again, if you think what Chase was saying is pure BS, that is your opinion to have. Grandma thinks so. Um, I don't know. I don't feel comfortable giving an opinion because I don't really know. So try not to kill the messenger. Love Hurts, okay? It's just you take that information and deduce from it what you will. Tamara at Love Hurts just has never said they were lovers. Yes, I'm not saying that. Those are Chase's words, not mine. Okay. I'm telling you to take away from it what you will. Uh, we told her that, but she's slow. Grandma. Well, some people just, I don't know. They take from it what you will. Love Hurts. Okay. Those aren't my words. I am not accusing Kurt of anything. Chases, and he was, and I read to you. But that's not my opinion. Okay. So yeah, let's clarify that, I guess. So, Brenda, the Alberta Queen. Oh, hello, watching from Calgary. Sorry, I messed that up. Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Nice to see you. Diva Puss. Hey, Justin Chat. Hey, how are you? Grandma, this is not the first video she has been a pizza. I don't know what that means, but I know it's not good, Grandma. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know Love Hurts that well, so Star Girl. I just can't see it myself. Maybe he retreated there to Kurt's as Chase was taking over his trailer. Potential. You definitely have Chase Ventura saying Kurt has framed me and set me up and all this kind of stuff. Um, do I know if what Chase is saying is true? No, I don't. That's why I turned it into law enforcement because it's their job to determine that. Um, again, you guys take from it what you will. I don't know how else to say that. Follow your arrow. Being an adult and acting like an adult is two different things, I guess. Yeah, for sure. I think people get confused that these are my opinions, or they're not. They're just information about the case, and so it is what it is. Oh, Heather, thank you so much. That's really kind of you. Heather, $20 super chat. Just keep being you, and thank you so much for the information you have given us on this case. I really appreciate that, Heather. That's very kind of you. And I will try to keep you guys as updated as I can. It's just, again, there's so many things that are not, they're not to be shared with YouTube, not yet. Um, and that's all I can really say. It's just, it is a little frustrating because, of course, I want to say, guess what, you guys, this is happening, or this has happened, or stuff like that, but it's not good for Dylan's case. And so I always remember that sure, is it great to, when I have 50,000 views, or whatever, yeah, I guess. But again, we're talking about a missing person. So, Tiggy, maybe at Love Hurts just needs coffee like I did 30 minutes ago. Maybe they do. I have no idea what she was saying. I fully trust moderators, and them taking care of the chat while I'm doing what I'm doing. So if they are not feeling it, then I trust them. So um, Becky Roy's, it's a weird one to say. Don't know what that means. Heather, maybe you're responding to something else. I'm not sure. At tight, then at love hurts, must need coffee all the time because I see that person in everyone's chat doing the same thing. Just say, wonder how long ago that account was made. Somebody might want to look at it if they're trolling that hard. Could be a local, could be somebody that doesn't want things said because that for sure happens. At Diva Puss. This is Cheryl. Love Hurts was doing something similar last night on JT's channel. Love Hurts, you just going around trolling, or maybe they're just trolling it up. I really don't know. Critical thinking comes in here. Okay. Again, you if you are interested in Dylan's case and there's information shared with you, that doesn't reflect on myself. It's just information I'm sharing with you. These are the words of those people. So I don't just when you sold out to JT. When did that happen? I didn't sell anything to JT or anything. So I don't know what that means. Here's what I'll say to you about that love hurts. There is one side, okay? And his name is Dylan. That's it. Did I know that Jim Terry had information from early on this case? Absolutely. Absolutely. Is my favorite person on the planet and I'm a Jim super fan? No. Who said that? Have I talked to Jim? Yeah, I have. I don't hide that. I don't anything that. But whatever they all have going on over there with their live streams is up to them. That has nothing to do with me or with Dylan's case. So that's where that is. Selling out, I don't know what you mean by that. If I start to release every last thing that I have on Dylan's case, then you can call me a sellout to YouTube. Okay? For all the money and all the clicks and all the views. But that's not what I've done. Hi, Mal. What is Pita? What is that, Mama Shmita? I saw Grandma say it. I'm like, what does that mean? Grandma's funny. Listen, Grandma's she's got a good sense of humor. Yes, Mal, girl. Glad to see you in here. And hey, I just want to address something with you guys. I do not care who mods for who. That is just unless you're some crazy person that's doing some weird stuff or something. I don't know. But if you're a moderator for me and you're a trusted person on my channel, and you go and mod for Jim Terry or for Doug or whoever out there, then you do. I have no issue with that. That's just you can mod for whoever the heck you want, okay? Like that's all. So Diva Puss. Just as like the last person I would say is Saw. I appreciate that. Yeah, no, I'll just thank you. Love Hurts is male. He was mean to me last time. Just was live. Oh, it's a guy? Oh. Yikes. Did you get your heart broken, Love Hurts? I'm not being rude, but if you're this aggressive, it usually speaks of a person that isn't very happy. And again, I'm not being rude to you. I'm just being real. So, Grandma, yeah, I don't like that returning troll. Oh, they're out of here. I forgot they got kicked out. Well, I think my chat is as cool as it can be. But when you have people like that, I really didn't see everything they were saying. It's a distraction that no one really needs. Tamara at Mallory, young girl, you keep getting raked over the coals. Yes, Mal, what the heck? What? Mal getting raked over the coals. Yeah, Mal's good people. Mal's a good person. Um. Anyway, so it's been an hour. I think I've said everything that I want to say. Um. Again, you guys take the information and deduce from it what you will. If you are a person that's super critical of the family, you're entitled to your opinion. I just kind of want to say that I think the best thing that they've done thus far was what they did on East Idaho News and Candace on Duty Ron. And I sincerely hope that this makes a really big difference. With Box Elder, with Elko County, with the FBI. I hope they get more to be given. Thank you everyone for joining us next time. Thank you guys. Have a good day. For you. Um, thanks, and you guys. I'm my flavors. Bye, guys.